Hey there everyone, BradyBot here, and I want to take you through a quick hand I played this weekend in one of the Twitch community events. This was an imp event, and we'll walk through the auction to start out with. So East opens a diamond, we ended up passing with our 12 count, West bid a heart, and our partner North came in with a 2 heart bid, showing a pretty good hand, 6 hearts, 6 or more hearts. Pass by East, and with our 12 count, King, Queen of Hearts, 2 useful kings, the King of Diamonds and King of Spades, as well as a decent side club suit, we elected to try for game with 4 hearts. At imps, I think this is a very clear decision. Even at match points, I would probably advocate for a 4 heart bid here. We got the 10 of spades lead, and now we switch over to declare a seat to think about the play. Well, on the surface, it looks like we might have 4 losers. We have a diamond loser and 2 club losers off the top. No spade losers, but West did overcall a heart. They have at least 4 hearts, and if one of those hearts is the jack, then we're in trouble. We might lose a heart trick. We should note that we do have the ace, king, queen, and 10 of hearts, so it might be possible to perform a trump coup against West. Now, if West has the jack, 5 of hearts, there's just absolutely nothing we can do. Even if we were able to pull off a quote-unquote trump coup, West has too many trumps. We could lead something at the end of the hand. West would have jack, 3rd of hearts. We would have ace, 10, 9. West would ruff small. We ruff with the 9. But then we would be end played into leading into West jack. So there's nothing we can do if hearts are 5-0. With West having the jack. If hearts are 4-1, East might have the singleton jack, but that's not really what we're going to play for. We're hoping that we can find a way to deal with West jack, 4th of hearts, which is far more likely given the auction. Just due to the distribution, West is 4-1 to hold that card. The opening 10 of spades lead looks like it's from shortness. We have the 9 in the north hand, so East is probably either leading from a singleton or a doubleton spade. So, how would we go about pulling off a trump coup? Well, a couple of important things need to be done, and those are, we need to reduce our trump holding, the long trump holding, to the same length as the opponent's. North has 6 hearts. We're assuming West has 4 of them, so that means we need to ruff 2 times in the north hand. We can probably do that in either diamonds or clubs, provided we strip North's minor suits. Additionally, we need to get rid of all of our cards outside the trump suit. We need to be on lead in the hand opposite our trumps at trick 12, or 11, or 10, depending on how many trumps you have that you're looking to make a trump coup for, but here we're hoping to have the ace 10 doubleton of hearts at trick 12. We need to be on lead in the south hand. Therefore, North can't have any other cards. No spades, no diamonds, no clubs. So, what does that mean? Well, it means we need 3 entries to the south hand. We need 2 entries to ruff 2 minor suit cards in the north hand, and then we need a 3rd entry, and that 3rd entry needs to be preserved until the very end of the deal at trick 11, where we can cross to the south hand at trick 11, be on lead in the south at trick 12 to be able to play a trump, or not a trump, a card through West's jack doubleton of trumps towards our ace 10 of trumps for the trump coup. So looking at the south hand, there's the king of spades as an entry, and the king, queen of hearts are entries. This means we cannot afford to pull even 1 round of trumps early to find out if East has the singleton jack of hearts. Otherwise, we will have squandered an entry without being able to utilize it to ruff a minor suit card, or this being the entry that we need at trick 11 to get back to the south hand. So with all that said, it does not look like we can afford to pull a round of trumps, which means if this really is a singleton 10 of spades, we're probably not making the contract. because we need to start fiddling around with the minor suits to set up ruffs in the north hand, and then East will be exposed and they could easily get a spade ruff for the fourth defensive trick. So the position we kind of need to play for is for East to have a doubleton spade, a singleton heart, and whatever else they have in the minors. And in that case, as long as the ace of diamonds is sitting with East, which is very likely given the opening bid and lack of a diamond opening lead, we have a pretty surefire way to make the contract. And as it is, when we take a look, that's exactly the layout of the cards. So let's follow the play through as it could have happened. I'm first going to show you what happened at the actual table, because this was not best defense by the opponents. We did win the ace of spades at trick 1. West, for whatever reason, elected to play the jack, which did not cost on this trick. And we led a diamond. East won the ace. And best defense from here would be to play 2 rounds of clubs, followed by almost anything from the East cards, but here, East elected to lead a diamond back. We won the king, pitched a club loser, and at this point it was safe for us to just draw trumps. This was imps. We had no reason to try and play for over tricks, so we cashed a couple of hearts. Well, cashed the king of hearts, and then we were able to simply claim our contract. Queen of hearts, ruff a diamond, pull another trump, run the spades. We end up losing a heart, a club, and a diamond. But let's back up to see how the Trump coup actually would have worked if East had found a bit more strenuous defense for us. So let's suppose East had switched to the ace of clubs, West encouraging, continue to club, and West had now played a heart. So we're in dummy once. We've already said that we need to utilize one of our dummy entries to ruff a minor suit card, another dummy entry to ruff a minor suit card, and then eventually use the third dummy entry to get back to the south hand. So here, we could play the king of diamonds, pitching a spade. All of our spades are winners, but the important thing about the diamond pitching a spade is that it reshapes North's hand, so that we don't need to cash a third round of spades. We can instead cash the king of diamonds, because the fourth round of spades would get ruffed by West. So he follows to this trick. We now ruff a diamond. We then play 2 rounds of spades. East showing out, West following. Now we ruff a club. And now at trick 11, as promised, we have one more entry to the south hand. We lead a heart to south. We're on lead in south at trick 12. We've achieved the ace-10 doubleton of hearts, and no matter what we play, West ruffs low, we overruff with the 10, and our Trump coup is complete for 10 tricks. So there is one more final wrinkle that I do want to take a quick peek at, going all the way back to the beginning of the hand, which is that East on lead against this auction, I think, should have probably led a trump. Now, when you're just looking at this auction from the East hand, you don't know very much about any of the deal. You know, South could have almost anything, aside from they didn't overcall over a diamond. North could have a pretty good hand over here, but the one important thing that you have heard is that your partner has some hearts. So it seems the opponents feel pretty comfortable about their heart suit. Your partner didn't double 4 hearts, so they don't have a long, strong heart suit. I don't want to lead away from either of my aces, and there's almost no chance that we're getting a spade ruff on this deal. The opponents can always pull at least 1 round of trumps if necessary, and if your partner really does have like the ace-king or ace-queen of spades over there, maybe they should have bid a spade instead of a heart. But additionally, that probably means you already have 4 tricks. This is imps. You're going to be beating the contract. So I wouldn't lead a heart thinking that, oh, this is going to somehow magically remove an entry, preventing a later Trump coup in the hand. But I would do it because it just looks like it might be the most safe lead, and it's a little passive. The 10 of spades could easily play a role defensively. If, for example, if our partner had king 10 9 of spades, we wouldn't want to lead the 10. That might blow up a trick in the spade suit. So if we uncover all the cards and take a quick look, double dummy, a trump is actually the only lead to beat the contract. Maybe you guessed where that was heading. And the reason is because it removes one of those 3 entries that is necessary to the south hand prematurely. Then, if East was able to win the ace of diamonds, play 2 rounds of clubs ending in the west hand, and West was able to put a second trump on the table, declare would just be out of commission. They wouldn't have the required entries to both ruff 2 minor suit cards and get back to the south hand at trick 12 to be able to pull off the Trump coup. So that was a fun hand. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.